Hello YouTube! Thanks for tuning in to the premiere episode of Rob's Arcade. I'm your host Rob. I've got a few cool things in store for you guys today. First up, I'm going to pull out the easel. I'm going to give you guys a little art lesson. Now I'm going to tell you what we're going to draw in a second. When we're done with that, I'm going to pop a few coins in the arcade back here. I'm going to show you guys a classic video game in Rob's Arcade Showcase. Now I know you guys can't wait to find out what we're drawing today. Well, here it is. That's right, today's topic is everyone's favorite video game plumber, Super Mario. Now today I'm going to teach you guys how to draw Super Mario by breaking the image down into easy to draw simple shapes. The only thing that you're going to need is a piece of paper, a pencil, an eraser, and a black felt tip pen or a black magic marker to ink over our finished pencil drawing. Once you guys have all that stuff, we can get started. Are you ready? Let's go. Today we're going to be using a three-step process to draw Super Mario. The first step is the guideline step. In this step, I'm going to be using this red dry erase marker on this white dry erase board to draw the guidelines. Now when I draw in red, I want you guys to draw very lightly with your pencils. I can't stress this enough. Very lightly. When we finish the drawing, we're going to go back and erase all those straight pencil lines. The next step, I'm going to use this blue marker. In this step, we're going to start adding more details. We're going to start shaping up our drawing. After that, third and final step is we're going to ink over the drawing with our black felt tip pen or black marker. When the ink is dry, we're going to go in here and we're going to erase all the guidelines. And then you're going to have your finished picture. I know it sounds a lot harder than it actually is, but it's actually very easy if you guys follow along with me. Are you guys ready to do this? Okay, let's get started. Okay, we're going to start the guideline stage by drawing a few simple shapes and then piecing them all together. Remember to press very lightly with your pencils. I'll be drawing in red right now. First thing we're going to do, close to the bottom of the paper, we're going to draw an oval. Inside this oval, eventually this is going to fit the mustache, the mouth, and half of the nose, so we have to draw this rather large. The next step is to draw a line almost all the way down your paper that separates everything into two halves. This is going to help us make everything a little bit easier to have everything look the same on both sides. The next step, we're going to draw another oval right here, overlapping what we did before. When we're done with that, we're going to draw a curve right up there, and then we're going to drop two lines down connecting right here. After that, we're going to draw another little extension to the curve and another line going straight down. Same thing on the other side. So as you can see, the drawing is already starting to take shape. We have the nose, we have the mouth area, the eyes are going to fit in here, the hat goes up here, next we're going to draw the ears. Simple. Two more ovals. After that, we're going to draw the brim of the hat. Starting about halfway right here where the hair is, we're going to draw two lines. One here, one here. And we're going to take these lines and we're going to follow this curve all the way around here. Okay, now we're going to draw the rest of the hat. Starting about halfway through the circle that we did for the ears, we're going to bring a line up and curve it around here up until the halfway point. Then we're pretty much going to draw the same thing that we just did here on the other side. So another curve, and it goes all the way down here. So you guys should have something that looks like this. The next step, we're going to draw the shape of the eyes. Very easy. One line here, one line here. Now you should have everything broken up so it's two spaces right here that we can fill. We're going to draw kind of an upside down letter J. Okay, next, we're going to draw the eyebrows. We're drawing right over what we've already drawn. They're going to be like two letter C's. And it's going to overlap the brim of the hat. It's not that hard so far, right guys? Very, very easy process. The next step, we're just going to draw a circle right up here, right in the middle. This is going to be for the M logo on the top of his hat. Then we're going to draw the mustache. This is very easy. So you're going to draw a line here, a line here. Starting in the middle, we're going to do 3 half circles. 1, 2, 3. Half circles are going to end at the line that we just drew. Same thing on the other side. 1, 2, 3. Again, 3 half circles each side. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Now the best thing about this is that this is the guideline stage, so we're drawing very lightly with our pencils. If you make a mistake along the way, or if you see something that doesn't look right later in the process of your drawing, you can just go back and erase it. So we should have an image that looks like this. Next up, we're just going to draw a little line under here. Okay, so as of right now, our guideline stage is finished. You guys should have something that looks like this. If you don't, that's okay, just take a look at it, go back and see what you can fix. Remember, this may be the first time a lot of you guys are drawing this way, so you're teaching your brain how to work a different way. Don't get discouraged if it doesn't look like I have up here. This is a practice. This takes time to get to this point. So we're going to go to the next step right now, and we're going to start adding details. On the nose, I'm just going to trace around like this, not the entire nose. We're going to leave a little bit of space up there at the top. So like I said, eventually we're going to go back and erase these lines, not now, but if you notice, if I erase these lines right here, that's the shape that you have of his nose. I'm going to do the eyes now. So I'm tracing over the original lines that I did here. Right by the side, I'm going to draw 2 ovals. One, slightly smaller oval on the inside. I'm going to do the same thing over here. One, and then a slightly smaller oval on the inside. So it's going to look like he's a little cross-eyed, but that's just the way that picture looks. We're going to draw a smaller circle at the top here, at the top here. That's the highlight for the eye. We're going to end up going back in here, and we're going to shade this in when we're on our final stage. Next step, I'm going to go over the mustache just to make it easier to see. And I'm going to do the same thing with the eyebrows. Okay, so you guys should have something that looks like this. We have the face done. We're going to start building up more of the shape on the outside. We're going to start in the middle here where the eyebrows are. If you guys draw over, it's called drawing through. So you can eventually go back and erase these lines, or when you ink over them, they're not going to show up. So I'm going to trace over this. Again, we're going to go back in and we're going to fill in those eyebrows when we're done. Then I'm going to take this down, drawing through the mustache and just following the curve. I'm going to do the same thing around here, through the mustache, following the curve. We've got our line down here. We've got his little spots for his hair. We're going to go over the ears. Same thing. Inside the ears, we're going to draw kind of like the letter H. Same thing here, backwards, letter H. So that's the details for his ears. So again, you guys should have something that looks very similar to this. If you see any mistakes along the way, go back and fix it. The good thing about this being on YouTube and being a video, you guys can rewind it. You guys can look back at stuff and be like, okay, I missed that step. Let me go back and fix it. I know I go kind of fast, but here we go. We're going to do the brim of the hat, excuse me, and then the outside of the hat. And there you go. Step 2 is complete. Now I want you guys to take your black markers or your black felt tip pens and get ready to finish the drawing. First thing we're going to do is we're going to start in the middle of the face. We're going to go with the eyes first. And you're going to fill this in with black. Same thing on the other side. We're going to go over the lines here. We're going to fill this in with black. That could have been disastrous. But again, this is my first time doing this, so bear with me. I'm going to be less clumsy in future videos. Over the eyebrows right now. And we're going to fill those in. Alright, we're going to go over the brim of the hat. We can draw through the eyebrows since they're already colored in black. We're going to go back down to the nose. Again, just these lines, not the original guidelines. Then the mustache. Then we're going to fill the mustache in. I'm going to do a really rough job just to kind of just show you guys what it looks like so we can move on. You can always come back and fill this in later. Trace over the line that we did right here. And then go back to the hair. Same thing here. The ears. Insides of the ears. Bottom of the face. The hat. And the last part, the Mario logo, where it's pretty much just an M. Now since we have our guideline down the middle, you can just do part of the M here, end up in the middle, and then do the rest of it. And there you go. You guys should have something that looks very similar to this. Not bad, right? So after we let our ink dry, what we can do is we go back in and erase everything, which means that this will take all the pencil lines. Now the only problem with this is if you miss a step along the way and you start to erase it, you're going to erase your original guidelines. So be very careful at this point. So I'm just going to do a little bit of erasing here just to kind of give you guys an idea of what the finished product looks like. Again, with the guidelines, they're just there to help you draw. You don't have to stick to them perfectly. It's a good idea to try to, but if you vector off a little bit and make a little mistake, that's okay. Again, this is a learning process. Nobody is Michelangelo in the beginning of this. It takes a little while to learn how to do this. But once you start getting the hang of it, it gets easier and easier and easier. So as you can see, here's Super Mario. Great job, guys.
Welcome to bonus stage.
Today's entry in the Classic Game Showcase is the original Mario Bros. Arcade game. Published by Nintendo in 1983, the game stars the pre-Super Mario Bros. As they investigate strange creatures appearing in the sewers of New York. Players can control either Mario or his brother Luigi in single-player or two-player simultaneous play. This platform adventure is different from future games in the series, as players cannot jump on enemies and squash them unless they are turned onto their backs. The only way for this to happen is to either hit the platform underneath them or hit the POW block towards the bottom of the screen. The POW block will flip over all enemies touching the platform, with the only disadvantage being you only get to use it 3 times per stage. If the enemy stays on its back for too long, it'll flip itself over, change color, and move faster. With 4 different types of enemies that emerge from the pipes, as well as fireballs and slippery frozen platforms, this game gets increasingly more difficult after every stage. This game will always hold a special place in my heart, as I spent countless hours as a child playing this with my mom. She'd always be the one who flipped the bad guy onto his back, and I ran over and kicked it over, earning all of the points. She'd always say, "I kill him, you chill him." Majority of the time I ended up with a higher score. Sorry about that, Mom. In closing, whether alone or with a friend, this game is a blast to play. It's still available on the Nintendo Switch Online, and has been previously released on Nintendo's Virtual Console. Mario Bros. Has also been included as a minigame for the Super Mario Advance series for the Game Boy Advance. If you can get a hold of this game, I highly recommend it. Now I'm going to end this video and send some flowers to my mom to make up for all the points I've stolen from her over the years. Till next time.
Thanks for tuning into the premiere episode of Rob's Arcade. I hope you guys had a great time, and I can't wait to see your masterpieces. You guys can share your pictures with me on the social media links listed in the description below. Also, be sure to like, subscribe, and share this video to help this channel grow. Now, I've got some great things in store for you guys in upcoming classes. I'm going to give you 3 hints to what we're drawing next. The first hint comes from a galaxy far, far away. The second hint is about 50 years old, but he looks a lot younger. And the third hint, he's green. Now, if you guys can't guess that, just tune into the next episode of Rob's Arcade and we'll find out. Till then, keep drawing, and thanks for visiting Rob's Arcade. Bye.